Welcome to the Littelfuse stand at PCIM Exhibition 2022. I'm here with Martin Schulz, Global Principal Application Engineering. Martin, from milliwatts to megawatts, what does that mean?
Well, Littelfuse has a portfolio on power semiconductors that makes it suitable for small devices like USB chargers, but we can serve your needs from industrial devices to solar inverters and grow to power levels in high voltage DC transmission, which easily goes to the megawatt regime or beyond, which means we got a comprehensive portfolio to literally solve any of your needs in power electronics if it comes to industrial drives. The booth shows it clearly. We got the devices on PCB soldering, on larger parts, and when it comes to disk devices, we easily serve single pieces that carry megawatts on their own, so thousands of volts and thousands of amps for high power needs. But of course, drives, not all are high power, and anything in between from milliwatts to megawatts, pick your choice, we get you the solution.
So a really wide portfolio.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect. So maybe what we could do now, Martin, Littelfuse, it's in the name. Should we go and have a look at your circuit protection?
Yes, of course. Be my guest.
So we're now at the industrial circuit protection part of the Littelfuse stand. Martin, what's going on here?
Yeah, so circuit protection is something very important, and as you saw, the power electronic needs protection on its own, and every circuit deserves protection. So from small fuses, Littelfuse is well known for inventing the small sword contact fuses in the automotive industry, but we got fuses of all kinds and from all ratings, so in voltage ranges from below 600 volts to current ratings in the thousands of amps, we can serve your needs for protection as well. So whatever you try to protect, actively or passively by power semiconductors, passively by fuses, meltdown fuses, we got a solution for your needs.
Perfect. So I know you mentioned earlier that refurbishment was what you thought was a growing part of the business. Should we head over to that part?
Yes, please.
Let's do that. So, refurbishment. Explain that to me, Martin.
Well, if you build a train, it's €1 million invest, multi-million euros, and you want that train to run for 25 years. So the question comes up, what are you going to do in 25 years? You build a new train, when the mechanics and everything inside is fine, right, the whole thing is still worth millions. Yeah. So getting it refurbished is a great option, particularly if you're able to refurbish it with the same components you initially built it upon. Right. That means you don't have to do a requalification. And qualifying a train is extensive, so it can take years in testing and servicing, so you want to rebuild it the way it was. Trouble is, where do you get components from that you first bought 25 years ago? And Littelfuse is in this refurbishment business to serve our customers with the same parts they're used to, and the question is whether after a refurbishment circle you do a second one. So maybe in 2 decades we talk again, and we're back for refurbishment. Refurbishment is a way to keep your expensive equipment and business running for a longer time. And the longer it remains in service, the lower the TCO gets. So refurbishment is a growing business. And you can see, for example, that the German industry, the locomotive German railway, had built the ICE-1 trains in 1991. Wow. And they're currently in a refurbishment cycle to be in service until 2035 at least. Right.
Perfect. So that's looking a little bit at the past and how we take it into the future, but you mentioned about thyristors, and a lot of people thought that maybe thyristors were finished, but you've got an exciting project here or application which shows that there's still life in the old dog yet.
Yes, thyristors are as far not as dead as a lot of people think. Let me show you.
Let's have a look. So Martin, explain this incredible looking piece of kit to me.
Yeah, this cube is a battery charger, but when people think about battery charging, it's not your smartphone. This is a stack to output 2.2 megawatts of power.
Wow.
Yeah, so currently passenger cars are charged, tops out at 350 kilowatt, but if it comes to commercial vehicle, particularly trucks and buses, maybe in a few years autonomous trucks and buses, long-hauling enterprises and logistics would want them to be idle for a minimum of time. So how do you refill 400 or 600 kilowatt hours in a matter of minutes? Yeah. And then you need a megawatt capable charger. And here, the good old thyristor turns out to be the best solution. Efficiency of this converter is 99.7%.
That's incredible.
Yes, the trick is that it is a single energy conversion stage. AC in, and the thyristor can control the DC output. So in contrast to the classic approach, having AC to DC and then DC to DC conversion, you can skip one conversion stage, and that makes it super efficient. So per 1,000 chargers installed, a charge point operator can save as much as 38 million euros on the energy not spent in losses. And that's why the good old thyristor is far away from being dead.
That's great to hear. Martin, thanks very much for your time today. Thanks for showing us around the Littelfuse stand.
Was my pleasure, and have a good fair here in Nuremberg.
Thank you.